about influence of natalistic movement on women. The theme of the video is influence of natalistic movement on women. So what is natalistic movement? The very thing we have to understand that it refers to the policies. Okay, natalism refers to the policies and ideologies. The first thing is policies, the second thing is ideologies that encourages. So what is it encouraging? To have higher birth rates, often to counter declining populations. Okay, so as we understand now that by 2050, Japan as a country would not exist. People say that Japan as a country would not exist because there is a declining population. The higher percentage of senior populations are recorded as of now. So, which means by 2050, the country would not exist. There is a famous quotation in Telugu which says that Deshamante matti kaadoi manshuloi. So to capture these, if there is no ఈ మనుషులు లేకపోతే if there is no humankind or mankind, the existence of country would not be. Okay, so to reverse that, there is a declining trend not only in Japan, even in many other countries. There is a declining trend of population. Okay, so in order to counter that, in order to overcome the issue, if the government is coming up with policies, okay, the first thing is to have a policy, the second thing is the ideology to increase the population, policies supporting that ideology. Okay, so here government introduces financial incentives. What are those policies? Cash benefits, tax breakups for women, especially for women, because it is a woman who have to carry that, carry the other generation. Okay, to have multiple children, if the women are given cash benefits, tax breakups, okay, and external maternity leave, subsidized childcare, housing benefits, to make childbearing economically feasible. If you make that economically feasible, okay, if you make having children economically feasible one, all this is called as natalistic movement. Natalistic movement is nothing but encouraging women to have more number of children with government policies and also ideologies. Okay, this is all about the natalistic movement. Now we will see how it is going to impact women. So either it is a positive or negative. We will see both the concepts. Both we will see the positive as well as negative concepts. Okay. So often it is regarded as double-edged sword. Okay. So double-edged sword. Why? Because it has both positives as well as negatives. The first thing we will see is natalistic discourse frequently portrays women as primarily mothers and reproducers. Okay, so it is confining women to be only as a mothers and reproducers. So as we see now women percentage with respect to workforce or women in education field, women in politics is just been rising. So in the parliament, we have certain amount of women. Okay, in the education field, we are recording certain amount of women as of now. But previously, it was very tough for women to enter into any of those fields. But now, when we make the way for them to excel in all these fields, and now this natalistic movement is restricting women to have to work them as only mothers as well as reproducers. Often, what happens is that they will be beyond family roles. Okay, they will be tagged to be as a homemaker. They will be confined to home itself because having more number of children doesn't give them independence to go out to work, to earn, okay, to sustain economically. Then, so women's bodily autonomy faces pressure, right? With society expecting them to prioritize national demographic goals over personal choices. See, a woman, for example, you consider a woman wishes to study, go abroad, and do her MS, whatever it is. So, if the natalistic movement, full fledged natalistic movement is on, and what happens? Woman role will be restricted to have only children. and their dreams will be shattered. Okay, so whatever they are feeling, whatever they wanted to have, like if they are not feeling not to have children, but they will be pressurized from the society, you should have children, you should have more number of children. So self thought will be shattered away by this natalistic movement. The second thing is generalized division of labor. So what happens, your role is confined to be a mother, and the men's role is confined to earn. This generalized division, okay, now when women are coming out to earn, now at this point of time, if the full-fledged natalistic movement is on, what happens, it encourages only childbirth and men's domestic role often remain unchanged, reinforcing traditional gender roles. Okay, women bear the primary burden of childcare, reducing their opportunities in careers, education and public life. Okay, their careers will be reduced. Then next, economic dependence risk. Yes, the most of the issues with respect to family affairs are reported with respect to economical dependence. Okay, so female is dependent on men. A mother or a female member of a family is always dependent on a mother. So as we know, the most according to Manusmriti, the problems faced by women are solely credited to women's life cycle dependence. Like when a woman is child till the age of 12 years or till she gets married, she is dependent on their father. So after getting married, she is dependent on their husband. So after husband passes away, she is dependent on their son. So likewise, a woman is always dependent on the male counterpart. So whoever it is, father, husband, or son. So likewise, the entire cycle of a woman is dependent on a man. So here, what happens is economical dependence risk. You are again confining. We are again confining women to be attached to the house. Okay, having more number of children makes them to be attached to the house, and thereby what happens? Economically, they are forced. They will be forced to they will be forced to be dependent economically on the male counterpart.